Hey everyone, welcome back to Soft Rebuild. Today I wanted to talk about the three biggest teachers I have found in my own life and the three biggest lessons that I've learned. Number one teacher is your pain. The pain that you get from situations, from relationships, from hurt, from any experience that you might have. But that pain gives us biggest lessons. That pain tells us that you are there to love you, that you are always looked after, that you can do it, right? So the pain is one of our biggest teachers. Number two is betrayal. Yes, in the moment, betrayal feels like it's the worst thing ever, but betrayal teaches you to trust yourself first. Betrayal teaches you that no one is coming to save you. You got to look after yourself and be with yourself, stick to yourself, be it any situation. Number three is the hurt. When we get hurt by relationships, when we get hurt by anything. So the pain, betrayal, and hurt, from my experience, are biggest lessons. Now, when we start to heal ourselves, whether it's by meditation or journaling or seeing a therapist or making a painting, healing can look in very different ways for different people. Healing could be as simple as sitting on the beach, or healing could be as simple as sitting in the sun, whatever your heart desires. Healing for me sometimes is just putting water in my plants, right? So, whatever works for you. Again, those teachers, pain, betrayal, and hurt, could either make us go and numb the pain or help us process it and give us the biggest lessons. So, what are the lessons that we can learn from these teachers? One is relaxation. When you're in a relaxed state, even if someone does something that you don't like, it doesn't impact you as much. So, for example, if you're in a relaxed state and you find out a close friend betrayed you or whatever, you kind of change in that situation. You think, okay, they did what they thought was the best for them. But here, now I have boundaries and I will not allow them to re enter my life. This is just an example. I'm not saying push away everyone. But all I'm saying is when you are in a relaxed state, you make better decisions. But that also comes from all those teachers we talked about, that how many times will you get hurt again to be taught that lesson again? So stay relaxed and you will notice that things start to get better. And those teachers who were the biggest teacher, they will still be the teachers because they taught us our first lesson. That will stop impacting your life. The second lesson is self-love. We feel hurt or pain or betrayal because we expected that they will be there by our side, that you can rely on certain people, but when the time came, you realized you couldn't. So that teaches us self-love, that now in any situation, I will only do what is desired by my heart. Now, I'm not saying do anything illegal. All I'm saying is if I get invited somewhere where I know I'm not going to enjoy, I just don't want to go just to make some people happy. My happiness is going to come first. Again, it's not selfishness, it's protecting my heart, right? So that's where your self-love is. You've got to look after your health, got to look after yourself first before you can look after anyone. And it gets harder when we are parents because you're like, oh, but kids need us. Even there, we can exercise self-love and say, okay, it's good for them to learn boundaries as well because they're going to be parents as well. So it's okay for you to be in your highest form of self-love so your kids brush off that energy. Number three is patience. So there have been certain things that I have been very impatient, and maybe 5 years ago I was like, I want it by this age, I want it by this age. Seriously, once you cross certain age, you don't care. But it also helps you build patience in you. If you were someone like me, I used to be so impatient, and sometimes I'm still impatient on certain things. But then There's just one mantra I say to myself. Everything that happens to me during the day is all planned by God, and God is, going to make sure that I'm in the best situation. Even if something for me, it might appear that this is not right, but I know it always has my greater good in every situation. So, all I'm trying to say is the negative things that we see in the world actually are important. And if they don't happen, we would not grow. So, because those negative things happen, you go through healing, get through your traumas, and look after your emotional health. And then you get into this beautiful stage of relaxation and self love and patience where nothing impacts you. You're like protected by this bubble of all these beautiful energies of, self love, etc., that you will always be safe and protected of the energy you don't want in your life. Please share with me what your biggest lessons have been, what your biggest teachers have been, and any mantra that you use from shifting from one energy to the other so you can stay calm and patient and loving to yourself. Alrighty, I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye bye.
Thank you for being here. Remember, you're not broken, you are becoming. You chose to pause, you chose to feel, you chose to rebuild. You are loved, you are seen, you matter. I believe in your rise and the soft power of healing on your own terms. So go inwards and rediscover the beauty that's been with you all along.